Let's everyone shut your mouths now and settle into your chairs. All right. Let's hear some of these catfish messages. You want to start?
Hey boy, you're smooth like butter dripping off of chocolate. Gonna lick you up and down. Drip, slurp, yum. Give me that sweet, wet sugar mess.
Now, let's keep in mind that this will be the first message that Miles will be hearing from a total stranger. But, it's a great start.
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Knize.
Motherfucker, I won best costume.
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz. Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, March 20th, 2018, and this is episode number 417 of the PanelsOnPages.com podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, I got Mr. Jason Knize.
Who all seen a leprechaun say yeah?
Kelly Harris.
Nothing better in life than watching two beefy men slap each other.
And back from his odyssey around the world, Mr. Jose Guzman.
Not today, mute button. Not today.
It almost got me, too.
That's a long time. Mute button still fucks us. We still get mute buttons. We still get echo. We still like some shit that happens day one. It's
Gross.
But everything we use is free, so can only bit so much.
That's true. Fucking Hangouts, XSplit, Audacity.
So I say again, lots of podcasts out there talking about Patreons and this and that merch. That's great. I love it. Good for you. Chase that paper. Don't let them lie to you. This shit ain't expensive. You can do this shit on a dime store budget.
Still not fucking.
There's our fortune. Podcasting the podcast way. How to podcast for 28 cents.
We taught Bobby how to podcast. He's got 3 fucking podcasts now.
What?
I have a lot to say, and I only have 2 podcasts.
Okay, all right. Great.
He's literally his own podcast network.
That is nuts.
The BBN.
The Bibby Broadcast Network.
Bobby, can you fly news?
Well, you know what? Good for him. Good for that guy. It's an age of goddamn wonders.
Just remember, we fucking made you.
Jesus Christ.
Brought you in.
I made his goddamn wedding. That's right.
Ayo.
Right. That's right, you did do that.
I did. It was goddamn ridiculous.
And that's why he doesn't use headphones. Reverends don't use headphones.
That's
you
right.
Fucking
That's true.
slums.
That's right.
God,
I mean, how are you going to get it around that Reverend collar?
That is a problem.
you don't. Ooh. We should make beats, but the speakers are in the colors, so they can.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh my god.
But at the same time, it has you can flip the button, and it's like a wireless mic as well. So you can get that.
So you can have a PA while you're doing weddings.
Right. Bam. On the collar.
There we go.
I feel like that would be used for
once they
bad
kiss,
things.
You switch it, and now you're fucking DJ mode.
I smell a Kickstarter coming on.
I'm just saying, who would be the most booked priest? You.
Kickstarter's for fucking suckers. GoFundMe's where it's at, because you can raise however much money you want. You don't have to reach a goal.
Yeah, you get that money regardless.
Just cash that shit out.
So goddamn sketchy. I thought about putting it out there, putting out ads or Craigslist or whatever to like just do weddings on the side, just make a few bucks here and there. But
Just slippery slope.
Yeah, I think you would end up hating it after a while.
Yeah.
probably.
Once you start doing weddings, you're going to start doing conventions.
Unless I specifically like the thing I thought about was, what if I just specifically put it out there, like, you know, you got some weird shit you want to do, some non-traditional shit you want to do, like, I'm your fucking Huckleberry. You can do that.
Oh, I will only do nonsense weddings.
Exactly.
We need to shoot Lee like a madman, like a wacky priest. 3 o'clock
Like
in the
commercial.
Yeah, like you're giving the vows or whatever. You're standing up at the front, and you got the bride and groom, and then like a bunch of terrorists descend on the wedding. You take them all out with nothing but your hands.
I'm listening. I like it.
You want a real American wedding? By a real American hero? I held a sword as prom king once.
Look at my
What's
crown.
the last sword your priest held? None. I'm chopping prices.
The one and only gold medalist pastor in the area. Saying.
Do you want a gold medal wedding?
Fight priests.
I will eliminate the competition. Rocket launcher to a van.
Any priest that wants to question my credibility, come to this address and fight me.
You got lower prices? I'll choke him out.
There might be a reality show in this. Saying, bravo. Call me.
I feel like we could just call it Nonsense Wedding, and we could sell it to E.
Oh, we could definitely sell it to Netflix.
Fuck yeah, let's get that Netflix money.
And you're greenlit. No. What the fuck's going on? Let's see. Went on Friday. Had a man date with my boy Goat. It was lovely. Had some all-you-can-eat sushi.
We need a dude smooch sounder.
Good. We should have got a dude smooch sounder. After dinner, we hit up the Flashback Arcade. It's $10 unlimited free play arcade game spot around here. We talked about it before, I think. And that place, like, they've always got new shit. The guy that runs it's a madman. Like, he's always buying, selling, trading machines and whatnot. And like, you guys remember Battletoads?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
Okay. Now, I had played Battletoads, like, at home, like on Nintendo and some Super Nintendo versions back in the day. Now, what I had not done until last Friday was play the arcade version. Have you played the arcade version of Battletoads?
Never seen it.
It is fucking absurd. So, it's a 3-person cabinet. So, there's three frogs, 3 toads you can play as. And before long, Goat Knize started calling the game Murder Frogs. Because it is extremely over the top with its violence. And like, in an era when I was surprised that shit would fly. So, most of the bad guys are like rats and shit. So you're running on, you're punching these fucking rats. The rat hits the ground, and the frog I was playing at, they all have different moves, like different kind of finishing combos or whatever. And so the one I was playing as, he stands over the frog. His hand turns into a drill. He drills the frog in the rat into the face until it liquefies the puddle of goo onto the next rat. Like, what the fuck is this? Some of the larger enemies have special animations as well. And there's these big rats. Like, these guys are like twice as big as the frogs. And so you punch, and eventually they'll reach out and grab the rat by the dick. Like, just like grab a handful of dick and just punch it like 7 times until the rat falls down. It's really gratuitous and hilarious.
I while you were telling that story, I put together a dude smooch sounder.
Dude smooch. We need a dude smooch. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
I like it.
Good. It's good. And after that, we went to see Red Sparrow, the fucking J-Law movie.
Oh shit! Their fucking box office went up by 19% this weekend, thanks to you guys.
Boy, it's real long, you guys.
Is it?
Have you seen, what was that, Electric Blonde?
Atomic Blonde.
Did you see Atomic Blonde?
Yeah, Atomic Blonde was the shit.
So
Yeah, that
this
movie's
was
great.
This was not that.
I thought it was going to be. I really did. I thought it was going to be something like that. And boy, it wasn't. Like, it's over, and we're like, I mean...
That's how I felt about Lucy.
That's the other one. That's the one with...
It was over, and I was like...
ScarJo.
That was the movie?
But this is just... It's just really long and, like, really, really slow. And feels longer than it is. And, like, I feel like it's crafted well, I guess. But Jeremy Irons, like, doesn't even try to do a Russian accent. That's kind of hilarious. Like, in a movie full of people with questionable Russian accents, Jeremy Irons is like, no, I'm Jeremy Irons. This is how I talk. There would be none of that.
I killed Mufasa.
Yeah, no shit. And I feel like I can say now, after seeing some flicks, that I just not a Jennifer Lawrence fan. Like, at first, I thought it was just because of all that shit they put on her face as X-Men. They're like, oh, like, it's just really hard to emote through all that bullshit. But it turns out she just doesn't emote for shit regardless. Like, nothing from the on this broad, like, ever. And it's really distracting. Like, I can't get over.
You know, I might have to agree with you. I'm going to go through her IMDb right now and see if there's anything that I've actually enjoyed her in. I mean, she won an Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook, but I didn't see that. I did like her in I did like her in American Hustle, but she ugly cries hardcore in that.
Oh. And she either does get, like, super naked in this movie, or they spend a lot of special effects budget putting her face on a body double. One of the two. Could be either one.
I'm gonna bet body double.
But regardless, it's not satisfying either way, because it's just it's a soulless fucking movie. And, like, the big takeaway for me after the movie was Russia sucks.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. But, like, this
That probably is the point of that movie.
The overall just powerful shadiness of Russia. So
Yeah.
I
So it's a
cannot
propaganda film.
Yeah, it's something. Like, I cannot recommend the Red Sparrow. It's not great. People talk about, oh man, they made a Black Widow movie. No, they didn't. They didn't make a Black Widow movie at all.
They tried to make a Black Widow movie.
I don't think they did.
I think they made their movie and then they tried to market it as a Black Widow movie.
That might be more like it, because the movie that I saw a trailer for is not the movie I saw in the theater. By a fucking long shot. Like, no.
So
Not at all.
They know.
But fucking not to be outdone, went out with a lady date with my lady on Saturday.
Lady Smooth. Got a Lady Smooth.
Celebrating our
Smooching chicks.
our anniversary of 16 years we've been up since our first date.
Seriously,
And,
I said this on her Facebook. I don't look a gift horse in the mouth either, but it feels like you guys have like 9 anniversaries.
We just got the 2. We just got the 2. Although, if you want to be fucking technical about it, Saturday when we actually went on our date, that was like the anniversary, the first time we ever banged. So that's kind of like 3.
Nice sex-anniversary.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, me and Mary's anniversary of dating and our sex-anniversary is the same night, baby.
Yeah, ours is 2 days after the other. Like, one is 2 days after the other one. So
look at you
it worked
guys.
out for us.
Look at you guys waiting.
High five, Knize. High five. But yeah, we're just bumming around. We got a gift card to a really fucking fancy steakhouse for Christmas. This spot in Nashville called Jimmy Kelly's, historical, blah, 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 the fuck. Like, it was a $150 gift card, and our bill was $149.95.
Oh, nice.
Fucking Nicole was, like, running a calculator the entire time over there, like, making sure everything lined up, because she was like, look, we're not coming back. So we're gonna maximize this motherfucker as much as we can. But didn't have to do much, because, like, you know, the steak she got was $40 goddamn. It's one of those kind of...
Oh, man, I could eat a $40 steak right now.
It was good. It was good. It was all damn good, with one glaring exception. Saturday, as you may recall, coincidentally was St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
We were not out to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It just happened to be St. Patrick's Day when we got a fucking babysitter for this date. Jimmy Kelly leaned hard into Valentine's.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess with a name like Jimmy Kelly.
Yeah.
You guys pay surge prices?
The restaurant is a converted mansion, like a 19th century mansion. So it's, you know, this room, which was clearly a bedroom at some point, now has like 6 tables in it. So like it's not a traditional restaurant by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, yeah, because everyone has banged in your dining area multiple times.
Yep. Checks out.
And Lee said, "Nope, I'm done with this conversation." Oh no.
And their fucking steak.
Oh, there he is.
Hello?
Hey.
Were you? Whatever you said, no one heard.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, Jose made the
I
joke.
made that comment, and I thought you got all pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were pausing for dramatic effect.
I was like,
No, I missed it. God
shit.
damn it.
My bad.
Jose made a comment.
Just saying, it used to be a bedroom, and a lot of people banged.
Oh shit! No, I missed all that. Sorry. So, but okay. So hear about the part about being a mansion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in this fucking place that used to be a bedroom. There's like tables in it, so it's kind of cramped, but it's all about this ambiance, whatever. So you got that going on, candlelight, all that shit. But now imagine that every 10 to 12 minutes, a motherfucker comes traipsing into that room playing the bagpipes.
Perfect.
Ah.
Me and Mary had a discussion about this past weekend too. Is like, I thought bagpipes were a Scottish thing, but then if you think about any movie set in Boston that has a funeral, there's always bagpipes. So
I would have thought the same thing too, but there I am again, trying to nom on a fucking $40 steak and enjoy company. Just, just like, oh, you fuck your own face and get out of here with this.
It's like already doing it with this bagpipe.
It was the fucking worst.
Mary says to me the other night I think it was when we had this same conversation. She was like, "You know, what would be a cool instrument to try and learn? The bagpipes." And I was like, "Nope, divorce."
Like, I feel like it's very context sensitive. Like, I mean, there's a time and a place where a well-performed bagpipe performance is like, oh, look at that. It can be moving. You know what I mean? It can work. Like, when I was in high school, in the band, we played a concert with this guy who was like one of the best bagpipers in the country. Our band director knew him. And it was fucking awesome. But we knew goddamn well what we were getting into. Like, we knew bagpipe guy was coming. We did not know that this bullshit subpar dime store bagpiper was going to be there while we're trying to eat our dinner. And let's just say it lowered the tone a little bit. So, fucking calm down, white people, with your bagpipe bullshit. Terrible.
I mean, you gotta say calm down white people to St. Patrick's Day as a whole.
In general. Yeah, there is that.
Because fucking white people love St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, there is that. Fair point, Kelly. Yeah, that's all I got. What's up, Kelly? What you got?
I went to Illinois for a wrestling show.
I used to live.
Oh shit, where do you used to live? Oh fuck.
Damn it.
We'll never know where he lived.
He used to live in the void.
Lee, you might want to hop off the call and hop back on. So we keep losing you. There he goes. The entire time we can't hear him, he's talking straight through and not listening to any of us be like, Lee.
He's telling a great story. Something cool will happen. And he's just fucking hyped to tell us about it.
Well, he was about to say, I used to live in Illinois, so...
that's true, he did.
Tell us about your wrestling show.
All right, cool. So I went to AAW's 14th anniversary show in Marionette Park, Illinois.
I love their root beer.
They're solid. So the show was a really good time. It was in the fucking weirdest venue that I've ever been in. So me and my friend Justin, we roll up on the venue and immediately think, this is not where we're supposed to be. Because it's just in a strip mall. Here's the wall with a Family Dollar. And so it just looks like a random restaurant. So we're like, I guess this is the right place. So we walk in, and at first it just looks like a straight-up restaurant. And then we notice that to our left, there's a big banquet hall that's half full of like arcade games. And then we see going forward, just straight ahead, we see other wrestling fans keep going. So like, okay, we'll just follow them. We get farther down, look to my right, and I see a big concert venue where there's a band setting up. And then we keep going a little bit more forward, and that's where the third venue is, where the wrestling show is. So there's somehow 3 venues in this place. It doesn't look at all from the outside like there's 3 venues worth of places in this thing.
Is it like a permanent wrestling venue?
They run there quite a bit. I don't know. I assume they must use it for like, because there was a stage where, you know, the guys entered from. That's where they set the ramp up against. So I would assume it's a normal concert venue for them.
And like the arcade and shit like that seems like it's there permanently?
Yeah, everything seems like it's there all the time.
They just come in one night a month and set up an entire arcade and a wrestling match and all that. You gotta be careful following what looks like wrestling fans, because you might end up like us, where we head towards the CVS where there was a Kevin Owens signing. Figured, oh, fucking wrestling fans, that's where we need to be.
Oh, you guys here waiting for, you're in the line for Rev Pro?
It's like, what?
we're here for Kevin Owens. That guy looked scared.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we upset him somehow.
Maybe
that man looked scared of us.
Maybe it was very confrontational when... Maybe because we had the sun in our eyes or something, we looked like we were grimacing at them.
And just like 6 guys rolling up.
Yeah.
What are you here for?
What are you motherfuckers doing out here? What are you doing sitting outside of CVS? Go to your home.
I've always wanted to say go to your home to someone.
Kevin Owens ain't here.
Go to your home. That one got me. So yeah, the show was a really good time. Got to see a bunch of dudes we're gonna see in like 2 weeks in New Orleans.
Nice.
Got to see good old Jushin Liger. That was fun. It was, since the occasion, it was 316 Day. Got to see Liger give a Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh, hell yeah!
To Trevor Lee. That was pretty great. And also got to see a really fucking good match between Keith Lee and Moose. And it was everything I want in life. It was just 2 big, beefy dudes slapping each other.
Keith Lee versus Moose. Black on black crime like you've never seen before.
Like, if you saw the video I posted on Twitter, oh, they were slapping each other. Sweat flying. It was great. Everything I want.
Keith Lee is great. I love that big black man.
Yeah. And then, so after the show ended, we got out of there right away so we could go wait in line for the valet parking. And so we're standing waiting for the you know, the line. And there's just this guy to the right of the line standing there holding a lit stick of incense. And like, I still can't, I don't know if he was like an employee or if this is just what he does on Friday nights. Just goes out and makes some incense happen.
That sounds really unwholesome.
And he looked really angry that we were all there. So like I don't know what that dude was doing. And
okay,
man, that fucked up my sinuses.
What was this venue? What was the venue normally? Like maybe he was there for some shit that normally goes down on a Friday and found a bunch of sweaty wrestling nerds there instead. It was like, oh man, I thought this was the incense party like it is every week.
Well, he was explaining it. It was like a catch-all venue where it was different.
There's 3 different venues in this one venue. And there was all at once happening. Oh yeah, so all 3 venues were being occupied. One was some kind of benefit happening in the banquet hall with the arcades. One was there was the wrestling show, and then there was a band playing as well.
That's a lot. Holy
That's
shit.
a lot.
It's fucking maximizing your goddamn take-home pay. That's for sure.
Yep. But yeah, as we're leaving, we're seeing like all these like nicely dressed people holding like signs that were supporting someone I think named Michael.
Right.
So I don't know what those people were, what the benefit was for, but they were there for it.
It was for
of course.
It was for Michael Elgin.
Oh, all right. I wouldn't be supporting him these days, but okay. That's what you want to do.
You made a tweet last night, wishing Bray Wyatt away from this mortal coil, and you hashtagged it "Justice for Garrett." And I clicked on it, and it was about this kid that got murdered. Are you implying? are you implying that Bray Wyatt murdered a child?
No, but that's a happy coincidence. Garrett is a fellow, well, former at this point staff member on the Voices of Wrestling staff, who is the world's biggest TNA fan, has seen every minute of TNA that has ever made tape, and he is now currently their social media guy.
Oh, poor boy.
And he was very upset at how shitty the Ultimate Deletion was, and so that's why I said hashtag Justice for Garrett.
There's Jose's mic making a reappearance. Jesus. I think our podcast is haunted.
It might be. I'm not gonna say it's not.
Are we good now?
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll work through it.
Keep on trucking.
Who knows what the cause is? According to Jose, he doesn't do anything differently, so we're not blaming him. We're not blaming you, Jose.
But all I know is that none of these things happened when Jose wasn't here.
Lies.
Well, the first week that he wasn't here, we weren't able to broadcast, so that's not true.
That's true.
He was the glue holding this bitch together for that one. And there we were.
I'm still mad Jose wasn't here last year. Or last week, not last year.
Oh, for your...
Because last week, he could have saved my team.
Yeah. He would have, too.
All AIDS.
I would have voted for you.
Thank you. Alright, well, that's all I got, really, outside of going to see wrestling. I wasn't up to much this week.
Solid. Fucking solid. What you got going on, Knize?
Big ups to Kelly for hooking me up with the Egon Donatello action figure, courtesy of Lost World of Wonders.
No problem.
He has joined my Donatello shelf of Donatello as Egon, Donatello as The Undertaker, and the SH Figure Arts Donatello. And at some point, I'm going to have Egon fight The Undertaker, because that's just perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Besides that, watched a few movies. You know how we like movies on the podcast. Watched that fucking Power Rangers reboot is not bad.
Right?
Like, it's got some groany acting and dialogue in it, but once it starts to get groany, it's over with very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, it's actually not half bad.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty fun.
Even Goldar even though it doesn't look great, like, the effects are kind of cool. Like, he doesn't look like Wolf Monster, but I like how it's like just constantly melty, moving gold and.
Yeah, and the notion of Rita like having control over like the elements, like to make a gold monster and like concrete monsters.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, like consistency wise.
She's just chewing the scenery in it.
Oh yeah.
Bryan Cranston as Zordon is really cool, and I didn't realize that Jason is the mullet dude from Stranger Things season 2 until I was watching it.
Yeah.
They were all decent Rangers, man. So, like, against my better judgment, I was like, I'm going to sit down and watch this because I remember Lee liking it. I remember Kelly liking it. I remember most people who saw it were pretty high on it.
That's the thing. Yeah, everyone that saw it kind of dug it, but just not enough people saw it, ultimately.
Their whole training montage is pretty fucking cool. Like, not bad, man.
Alpha
like,
teaching him German suplexes.
Yes! It's not so... You remember when we had that era of everything was trying to be The Dark Knight or Batman Begins? Everything was trying to be a dark, gritty origin story. Like, that's what it looked like in the trailers, but it really wasn't that. I mean, there was still
it wasn't.
some elements. It wasn't a hokey kids show, but it was well made. Well made. Good job, everybody. Everybody had a character, too, so that was cool. Watched Rough Night, which it's basically the female version of Hangover / Very Bad Things with Scarlett Johansson and Jillian from Workaholics and Kate McKinnon and as an Australian chick, Zoe Kravitz and Alana from what is the name of that show? The Comedy Central show.
What, Broad City?
Broad City, exactly. I had a B in my mind.
Took a total guess.
And that, I remember when that came out, like, it didn't do well in the box office and people didn't really seem to like it, but I thought it was decent. It had some funny moments and it goes off the wall a bunch. It's very dark. But I would highly recommend. There was
check that out.
Oh, I talked about Ingrid Goes West last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is very dark. And then lastly, on the movie tip this week, got hair up my ass, sat down and watched the original Iron Man. And
right on.
I'll be damned if that thing doesn't still hold up.
Yeah, I feel like Iron Man's a perfect movie.
It's pretty good. It's not perfect. And the only thing that is not perfect about it is Terrence Howard. And I'm not to say that Terrence Howard's performance is bad, but he's not Terrence Howard in the next movie.
Right.
That's the only glaring problem with Iron Man 1. I was watching a couple of YouTube videos today and watched one that was suggesting that Rhodey should be a Skrull and that they can kind of use the meta joke that between Iron Man 1 and 2 he got replaced by a Skrull and nobody realized it.
My money is on Thunderbolt Ross as being a Skrull.
Sure, why not? Why not Agent Ross too? Another video I watched suggested Loki, that when Loki died in Thor the Dark World, he got replaced by a Skrull.
No, fuck that guy. That's a bad take.
How about any of them can be Skrulls at this point, really?
But the Ross thing to me makes the most sense because like he talks about having a heart attack on a golf course, and then when he recovers from the heart attack, like having a radically profound change of character.
I like that.
Setting it deep.
That's an easy one to do.
But I'm no shit, and I don't want to be one of those guys that fucking sits around for 3 hours making MCU predictions because that's fucking retarded.
They should say that Natalie Portman was a Skrull the entire time, but like never have her on screen again. Because you know how in every successive movie they always have that throwaway line about where Jane is,
right?
So in the Avengers 4, Thor should be just like, well, fucking Jane was a Skrull the whole time. It's fucking nuts, man.
That would kind of be hilarious.
But Oh, and I've been falling into a hole of kitchen nightmares on YouTube, which is the Gordon Ramsay show where he goes to failing restaurants and tells them about their ass. And then
you do weird stuff.
And
like,
then,
why YouTube?
because like they have like there are 3 different
There's
YouTube
good shit on YouTube.
There are 3 different YouTube channels that have official Kitchen Nightmares clips. Gordon Ramsay has a YouTube channel. Kitchen Nightmares has a YouTube channel. And then he also has another show called Hotel Hell, which is the same concept as Kitchen Nightmares, but it's a hotel also.
Isn't it all on Netflix?
I don't know, but like it shows up in my suggested videos, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch that. And then I open like 9 tabs of Gordon Ramsay videos, and then we go out to eat somewhere, and I'm much more critical than I was the week before. We went around. They've got the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot right now, which is another excuse for them to charge $7 for fancy samplings of food. And it's just after watching a lot of Kitchen Nightmares, went around there. And I was like, "This is fucking cold. It's stone cold in the middle. It's fucking ghastly." So that's been my week.
That's a great use of your time, sir. Yeah. What's going on, Jose? What the fuck you been?
From the East Coast to the West Coast, back to the East Coast, hit New York again, hit California, hit Orlando. It's been a whirlwind. Going to DC in 2 days for 2 weeks. It's going to be.
You should go to that. You should go to that march.
Which march? Who's marching?
The March for Our Lives on Saturday.
Our lives?
Yeah, all of our lives.
All of us, like collectively.
All of us?
Mary and I were talking about going to the Orlando version, but the main one is in DC on Saturday.
So we're walking. We're walking for all our lives.
Yeah. What do you get? You got a problem with all of our lives?
Well, I bet. What's?
It's the
what?
the Parkland kids. It's against guns. It's for gun regulation.
So there's a catch to this walk.
Fuck.
What do you got against kids' lives, man?
I got nothing against kids.
They just want to go to school.
Jose hates kids.
I don't know about giving teachers guns.
No, that's not what this is about at all.
It's a horrible idea.
Well, I'm just saying. That's where I stand.
Well,
don't give teachers guns. We had cops in our fucking school.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the one guy who's like an actual cop, not fucking, Howard Finster, the guy who's supposed to be teaching 8th grade economics. Now he's got to be fucking packing heat. That seems stupid.
Well, not to go off on a tangent, but one of the things with Parkland was they had a resource officer, and he fucking, when shots started going off, he pieced out and he hid. He took cover.
Sounds about that too.
So
that sounds about right.
He resigned in disgrace, and then there was the shooting earlier today in Maryland, and I heard on the radio that it only lasted about a minute because the resource officer took the dude out. Resource officer was probably like, "I'm not getting dragged like that Parkland guy on the news.
Shut this bitch down now."
Yeah, I'm either taking him out or I'm going out fucking blaze of glory.
He said, "Motherfucker, you picked the wrong day because I'm on the job. I do my job." Bang bang. It's all fucked up.
You know what?
Go ahead and put
that
a
is the
fucking
most
asterisk by
distinct
this season.
Sure.
look at current events I've heard in a very long time.
I mean, it just is. All angles. It's
Oh no,
gonna
I
take
don't
more than
disagree.
a walk.
You are not wrong.
But it's probably going to be a little busy while you're there in DC. So just forewarning. A little crowded, maybe.
Just a little. Ed, when we were in fucking California, Trump was visiting the border.
Yeah, he was checking out wall prototypes.
Was he just like screaming at it? I'll wall you up.
You son of a bitch!
Okay, we can all agree they're not going to lay a single fucking brick of that wall, right?
No.
Right.
No. But it fucking diverts from whatever the fuck he's really doing. Watching you, Russia. Red Sparrow move.
Everything. Jose,
Watch.
Jose,
One day they got Lee. There's somebody's gonna say some kind of like keyword.
What the fuck?
Oh, like fucking freight train
From
Homecoming.
watching the Manchurian pastor. He's gonna get some gig. Some guy, some high profile dude out of nowhere is gonna be like, man, you all right? I want you to officiate. And somebody in the crowd, when they say, does anyone object? He's going to make a joke, but that joke's the key word that was implanted during his viewing of Red Sparrow.
Yep.
And he's going to murder that man. Manchurian candidate. Watch
Wow.
out.
That sounds exciting.
Lee is a sleeper
Salmonella.
cell.
Please stop. Please stop this line of inquiry. It makes me very uncomfortable.
I'm just saying.
Oklahoma.
Zibbity-doo in the doo-wop.
Foliage.
Gonna make Lee kill someone.
I'm home alone with my family. Please stop.
They'll never see.
Double murder suicide.
That he can play from his fucking collar.
God. All right. Let's fucking get into it.
We're gonna go for it. Time. All right. Or do you want to do like we did last week? Take a break, come back, and do football and quick news.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That's a solid plan. But before we go to football, we did get one other piece of mail.
Okay, cool.
Look at all this fan mail.
That Mahoney sent in to popcast at PanelsOnPages.com.
Fuck.
And again, like he's known to do from time to time, sent in a visual bit for our audio podcast. But I'm going to forward this to Knize. Maybe we can put this on the YouTube. I don't know. Maybe not. He sent in.
I can at least link it in the chat or something.
Exactly. He sent in, saw this and thought of Lee, and then it's an image of what appears to be like a severed dick on a plate. But luckily, there's a caption above the image that says, "This penis-shaped snack is a Turkish drunk food called Surdan. It's sheep or cow intestine stuffed with rice, meat, and onions. It might not look appetizing, but those who have tried it say it's delicious.
So
And
it's
don't
not
worry.
really a dick.
It is not really a dick.
That's good.
And don't worry, the intestines are thoroughly washed, so it's safe to eat." So thanks, Mahoney. Appreciate that. But it looks
Just
like
like
a
a
fucking
dick.
nightmare.
As long
Looks
as it's
a lot
thoroughly
like it.
washed, all good to eat.
Thoroughly washed. Totally good to eat. No health concerns there. Only
Let's
what your
walk
neighbor
for
might
that.
say. That's all.
Oh, no.
Where's the eating dick walk?
Oh, jeez.
It could be the same walk if you want it to be.
I'm sure there's a couple. I'll stop.
God damn it.
God damn.
Let's take a break. Jesus Christ. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll do football. We'll do quick news. And then roll the fuck up out of here. So enjoy this interlude. Back shortly. Love you. Bye.
Tell me what to do. Show me how to feel. Under your control. Everything is real. So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you, I feel a connection. With you, it's like an infection. I've been infected connected with an obsession. With you, never any tension. Nothing but love and affection. Enough of my case, so let's cut to the chase. Listen up, cause these are the directions. Obey what I say, don't complain, I don't wanna hear questions. Follow my lead, time to fall to your knees. It's an order, it's not a suggestion. I'm about to teach you a lesson. I recommend you pay attention. This is my kingdom, you're stripped of all freedom. You want nothing but my possession. Head back, hands tied, mouth shut, eyes wide. Baby, I'm yours. I said, baby, I'm yours. Whatever you say, go. Nobody needs to know. Whatever you say, go. I'm under your control. So hit me. So, for the remainder, you were about to get chained up. If ever you feel you're in danger, just say the safe word, I won't get angry. Now, I'm done being playful. I promise that I keep it tasteful. So, lay on the table, cause this is about to get painful. Open up wide, I'm going inside. You're not going nowhere until the sunrise. I love when you scream, I know what it means. That's why we make a good team. But never a witness. How we get off is nobody's business, is it? So it's funny how nobody knows how much you love being under control. Tell me what to do. Show me how to feel. Show me how to feel. Under your control. Under your control. Everything is real. Whatever you say, go. Nobody needs to know. Say go. I'm under your control. So hit me. Nothing but love and affection. So hit me. Nothing but love and affection. So hit me. Head back, hands tied. Mouth shut, eyes wide. Baby, I'm yours. I said, baby, I'm yours. Whatever you say, go. Nobody needs to know. Whatever you say, go. I'm under your control. Whatever you say, go. To know. Whatever you say, go. I'm under your control. So hit me.
Ripped Apparel is your one-stop shop for limited edition t-shirts featuring all the crap that you already like anyway. Every day you're going to see 3 new limited edition designs available only for 24 hours. That's just a single day. After that, they're gone forever. And best yet, if you want to check them out, buy a little something, they're going to throw a little kickback to us, your folks, your friends here at the Popcast. So go to PanelsOnPages.com, click that banner at the top of the page, or on the sidebar at pcn.panelsonpages.com, or you can just update your bookmark, check it on your phone every single morning. That's what I do. Ripped, that's RIPT.panelsonpages.com. T-shirts start at just $10 and they'll kick us a little something every time. Help us keep the lights on, help us keep the podcast going, help us keep the side up, and gets you a pretty cool t-shirt, man. Cool swag, cool shirts, good people, good deals from your favorite podcast. So check it out. Ripped.panelsonpages.com. 24-hour limited edition t-shirts that are pretty damn awesome. Check it out. And now back to your regularly scheduled podcast. Had to go run around and gather up some bits and parts a little earlier tonight. Dax comes up, just straight up in his drawers. That's the thing he does now. Like after his bath, we don't put pants on. We're just straight up underwear city. So Dax comes straight up in the drawers. Says, "Hey, let's play Megazords." I'm like, cool, no problem. What you want? He says, "Let's play the Shinkingers." I'm like, oh man, can we do like literally anything else? Because for those of you that are unfamiliar, the Shinkenger and Samurai Megazord, the Zords, it's lots of fiddly parts forming nonsense. So like those, I think it's something like 11 Zords break down into, I counted at one time, 64 component pieces.
Oh, jeez.
That you break down and rearrange into the big kind of final combination, which is what I display it as. And I'm like, what if we pick anything else? I'm like, no, it's Shinkengers. Fuck, fine. So I take this big bastard, and I'm sitting down and taking it apart, and he starts kind of like helping, like, you know, because at this point he knows how this shit works. I get up maybe a third of the way done. He goes, "Oh, I'm tired. I go find mom," and just pimps away. Leave me with a pile of fucking origami animals to fuck with. So I'm going to be reassembling those during football time. FYI.
Hey, that's like how I'm sorting out all my King of Pro Wrestling cards. Well,
there's a lot of that. We're all about multitasking on the podcast.
Lee and Kelly are like, you couldn't stand my undivided attention.
No.
We're both Japan shitting it up in different ways.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not much gets my undivided attention these days, except for the kid.
So, where are we at? Do we have any like intros from Zero or anything, or?
We don't have any intros from Zero, but we do have the brackets broke down. We got everyone involved should be able to do the damn thing this week, though.
Yep.
So this is the second set of matchups for round 1. Population actual fantasy football. So tonight we got Jose's Trace Stars, 3 stars.
I think it's Trace Asterisks.
Trace Asterisks.
Asterisks, sir.
I like it.
I'll
of
take
course it is. Of course it's. Fuck me. I'm sorry. You're right. Trace Asterisks, obviously. That is the Juggernaut, Bullseye, and Black Panther.
Go ahead and put a fucking asterisk by this season.
Sure.
Taking on Travis Fowler's Scarlet Dominoes. That is the Scarlet Spider, Macari, and Domino.
Macaroni.
Macaroni.
I'm going up against a macaroni.
I gotta say, like, I appreciate some of the people who participate in actual fantasy sports are huge comic book nerds, like big time. But like, if you put a player on your team and we immediately don't know how to pronounce it, that doesn't look good for you. Just saying.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I had to look him up. Straight up, he's an Eternal, by the way.
Yeah, but the fuck does that do with football?
He's one of like the only Marvel speedsters. Something tells me Jose didn't do the research for this week.
Right. Yeah, I'm fucking on it. It don't matter. Bring it. Bring your speed.
So does who? Okay, we got Jose's or our matchup, Lee and Knize.
And then the other match is me, my glorious team of rogues on rogues on rogues. That is going to be the Reverse Flash, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark. Taking on Knize's Gotham Rogues, Batman, the Flash, and Green Lantern. Which, boy, that's going to be way more of a toss-up than I thought. What a good pairing, Zero. So, to get things started, Travis called in, and then he called in.
Yeah.
And then he called in again.
First, we do have a voicemail from Mahoney that is football related. So
that is true. That is true. He sent that voicemail by calling 616-951-1POP.
Mahoney, who was unceremoniously eliminated last week with his team.
Ceremoniously.
With his team of microbe will give you diarrhea.
Yes.
Hello, Popcast. It's Mahoney. I'm calling to say that I do not want to have a wild card game with Kelly's AIDS blood-infected egg team, because if I have, what's his face? I don't even remember his name anymore. But if I have...
He doesn't remember the name of the guy on his team. Let me just point that out real quick.
Have him make the egg dude shit all over the football field. That sounds absolutely disgusting. I don't want to be part of that. But I do want to say that while I do not remember any of the players on Knize or Lee's team, I strongly feel, with every fiber of my being, that Lee's team would win and come out on top. So definitely, I'm going to assume that Knize has Beast on one team, and I feel like Beast's big giant feet would just make him terrible at football. So I'm going to give that one to Lee's team. You can put me down if you're tallying the votes. You can put me down for Lee's team on the Marvel side, and then also on the DC side, Knize would probably have some sort of Batman person, and we all know that they hate football because Gotham is a lacrosse town. So you can go ahead and put me down for Lee when you're tallying the votes. Just put me down for Lee on that one too. Okay? There you go, Knize. After you torpedoed my shitting team, have a nice trip to the off season where you can golf and do whatever else they do in the off season. Okay, love you. Bye.
Well, and
I like it.
For the record, I do not have Beast on my Marvel team, but I do have a Batman guy on my DC team. So I will concede Mahoney as a tiebreaker if it comes down to it for our matchup, Lee.
Okay.
But we do have...
That might be your ruin.
We do have people in the chat. 6 people
That's right.
watching.
We got a pretty good chat right now.
Yeah.
So
if you are in the chat and you are listening and you are going to weigh in on these votes, make sure to let me know. We got Juggalo John chiming in. So we'll go from there. So while we're waiting,
everyone is welcome to participate.
Yes. While we're waiting on that, let's get to Travis Fowler's 3 voicemails.
Hey, it's Travis. I am calling in with my strategy going up against Jose. So here we go. They say defense wins ball games, so we'll start off with that. First thing, Bullseye is just a human with great aiming abilities. Before he became a mercenary or,
I wonder why it took him 3 voicemails to get this across.
Kill for hire. He played in the Major League Baseball, in the MLB. After a while, he did get tired of pitching perfect games, and so his very last pitch, he threw the ball at the batter's head, instantly killing him.
He's just telling us a Bullseye story.
No. So this just proves that Bullseye only likes to have lethal throws. Anything else just bores him. And if he were to throw the football lethally, he would either A, kill my defense, or injure his own player, kill his own player, take their hands off, which is not within the rules. So after a while of, not being able to kill somebody and not being so accurate, he just would quit. And, they would be not, that sounded stupid. It would be over.
I don't know about that.
So next is Juggernaut. It is known that nothing on Earth can stop the Juggernaut. We all know that. That's a big thing to overcome. See, this is where Makari comes in. Makari is a cosmic eternal for Earth. He's cosmically reinforced his body, and he's indestructible, and only a cosmic force more powerful than him can stop him, or total molecular disintegration. So none of his players can do that. So stopping the Juggernaut on the run game, when you're an Eternal, you're not on Earth. So we'll have no problem stopping Juggernaut with the run game.
Okay.
So now that we've stopped Juggernaut, this leaves Scarlet Spider and Domino doing double coverage on Black Panther. Like I said,
why you got to double cover the black man?
I know what's up.
Earlier with Bullseye off of his game because he's bored, and even as a clone, Ben has spider sense and spider agilities. So he'll know when the ball is coming and be able to outmaneuver Panther to get an interception. You know, this can't happen every time, so when Panther does get the best of Ben, Domino is going to use her mutant abilities, where she can subliminally and psionic.
Looks like that's where his first voicemail ended.
So I'll pick up where I left off and talk a little faster this time. So when Panther beats Ben, because it's bound to happen, this is where Domino is going to step in. Her mutant abilities to subliminally and psionically initiate random kinetic phenomenons that will affect the probability in her favor, giving her good luck. This only happens when things are improbable, not impossible. So it's not impossible for her to stop Black Panther or to intercept the pass. So,
oh man, you think Bullseye's bored?
No shit, right?
She'll see that Ben has missed the pass, then she'll start running towards Panther. That's when her mutant ability is going to kick in, and that is either going to cause a forced fumble, where at that point the ball is just going to luckily go back in to Ben's hands, and he is going to use his ability to run around Juggernaut, jump over Bullseye, and score a touchdown. Now to the offense. So, I mean, technically I'm going up against a two-person defense. I've said this earlier, Bullseye is just a human. Now, he is agile, but when it comes to that, he's no contest when it comes to Ben and Domino. He can't throw objects at him because it'll kill him, once again breaking the rules. So, I know I touched earlier on Makari being an Eternal for Earth. He has superhuman strength, speed, and stamina. He also has flight, psionic power, cosmic energy manipulation, and teleportation. This is where Makari is the wild card. He is the fastest being in the Marvel Universe. He's devoted all of his training and cosmic energy towards speed. So
and he looks like a straight-up dildo. and Jose's
sabotaging. He's sabotaging.
Jose's sabotaging.
Jose's microphone just committed suicide.
I didn't do shit.
It is your microphone, though.
What?
It's crackling like it did a month ago.
It sounds like a fire.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Oh, so I call shenanigans. You guys are trying to hold my team back.
You'll get your turn.
You'll get your turn. But Travis is still going, and your mic was.
You sound like you're on fire.
Yeah. You sound like a toasty marshmallow.
hand him the ball in the backfield, and he's gone. Nobody can touch his super speed because it's instant. If Juggernaut were to get in the way, he'd run him over. Speaking of Juggernaut, we all know when he starts running, he puts his head down and runs head first. Once again, another rule violation where if you lead with the head on a tackle, it's unsportsmanlike conduct and unnecessary roughness.
That's not bad.
Is going to be off of his game for tackling. Now, when Ben uses his spider abilities, he is going to be able to outmaneuver Bullseye and throw the passes to Domino. While he's not a natural athlete, it has been shown that Pete has that Pete has outdone Flash Thompson. Ben's an exact clone of Pete, so having the athletic ability and agility is a good thing. He'll have no problem being quarterback.
And his final voicemail.
And finally, this leaves Domino. Domino's the wide receiver when we're not handing off to Makari. So just like on defense, when she sees the ball coming, she is going to be able to outmaneuver, use her mutant ability to catch the ball, and then as she catches the ball, she's going to go for the touchdown where Panther is going to accidentally, miss the tackle or get a shoestring tackle. She's going to be able to do a spin move and outmaneuver Black Panther, because it is, like we said, it's improbable that she might miss it, but it's not impossible. So anything that is improbable, she is going to be able to turn in her favor. Now, if she runs the ball, it's the same thing. The end zone is her goal. That's where she's going. She's going to be able to easily outmaneuver Bullseye, step to the side of Juggernaut with as agile as she is, and the only competition she's going to have is Black Panther, which once that's going, her mutant ability is going, there's nothing impossible about her getting around Black Panther and scoring that touchdown. Sorry it was 3 voicemails. Put a lot of thought into this, going up against Jose. He's, from listening in the past, he knows his stuff, so I had to bring my A game. Good luck, Jose, and may the best man win.
All right.
All right, real quick, first off,
Jose's on fire again.
no one else did in 3 voicemails.
Say again? No one else sent in 3 voicemails.
Too goddamn much. I appreciate the passion.
You get 1 voicemail worth to call in, and if you don't get it through by the end of that voicemail, that's it.
Hello?
Yeah, you're there, but you're crackling. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hang up and come back.
Or unplug. Or something. And I also wanted to put this out there, because Juggalo John mentioned it in the chat, that Mahoney should have been here live last week to debate his team, because that's what won it for him with Downtown Lois Lane and Infectious Last.
That's true.
So
yeah.
if you are available on the night of your matchup and you want to come on the call, you just let us know. We'll get you on the call. We don't have a Skype login like we used to, but hit me up and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, all you need is Google, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
So
it's easy to get on the show. Just ask.
Hit him up in the DM.
Hey, there he is. You're on your laptop mic now?
No, I just switched USB outlets.
Cool.
Oh, well, you sound like you're on your laptop mic now, but that will probably be better.
It's better, whatever it is.
Yeah. So you're just a little echoey, you're a little far away, but it's not crackly, so.
It no longer sounds like Jose's fireside chat.
Yeah. Jose literally on fire inside.
Let me give you guys a little fireside.
Let's have it.
Okay, number 1.
I thought you were gonna like smoke up or something.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna light the fucking bowl too.
Well, that's what mute's for.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, you let in like you were about to light it. Let me give you some fireside chat with Jose.
You hear this?
Yeah. There we go.
So, Bullseye's not bored. Because number 1, for every touchdown he throws, he gets to kill 1 person. For every turnover he causes, he gets to kill 2 people. So he's very motivated.
Who says?
His team. Who said? What happens outside the game that has nothing to do with the game doesn't matter in the game.
That's true. If GM Jose is getting him a bunch of hobos to kill.
Yeah, but like, is he killing them while he's on the field and they're in the crowd, or this is afterwards?
No. What I do off the court is none of y'all's business.
Actually, I kind of like the idea of Jose filling the crowd with like hobos that Bullseye can just pick out and fire at.
But like,
see, I don't break the rules.
Are his other team members paying him to be a part of this, or like, did they hire him as a mercenary?
Does it matter what my contract with my player says?
okay, you hired him. I got you.
What's going on? What's going on? What's all these questions? It's got nothing to do with on the field. I will not answer questions about my players off the field excursions.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Jose's got a point.
That. I'm here to talk about the game. Number 1, I follow the rules, and that's why even with his head down, if it's waist area hit, it's legal. You can't lead with your helmet to anything above the shoulders. You can't go chest high with your knee or your helmet. You can tackle low. I tackle by the book, like a spear. You can spear somebody. That's all Juggernaut throws is a spear and tackles. So don't get hit by one.
I feel like Juggernaut's really tall though, so it's gonna be hard for him to go for the legs.
That's what the practice field's for.
Okay.
We practiced this. This isn't the first time we've gotten together. We practiced this.
Gotcha.
So there you go. Now he said that they're going to double team.
Well, if Bullseye's not bored, then the double team is off.
But that's already their game. Their game plan is counting on Bullseye being bored.
Sure.
So your game plan's already fucked. But while you're double teaming, quarterback sneak. Like, you don't just stand there the whole time. If nobody's guarding, you can go.
And Bullseye is your quarterback?
Bullseye is the quarterback.
And he's going to sneak?
If no one's guarding him, yeah, he's going to fucking go.
Nice.
Now, a question on Domino. Is her power, like, it just happened? It's always lucky? Or does she mentally have to choose, this is the moment this happens?
It says it's subconsciously controlled, and it's triggered when she's in a stressful situation. So,
even then, it's not like it has a 100% success rate.
Right. So what you're counting on is she's lucky 100% of the game, because just because she's lucky doesn't make her athletic. Just because she can kill somebody, that doesn't mean she can catch a ball for shit. And your luck's going to run out so much by the fourth quarter. So that's my rebuttal to if Domino's not, what does she do in the game? She's going to get ran over.
We've seen Domino is like athletic.
Oh, for sure.
Have we?
Yeah, but we've also seen her get stabbed and shot and all blowed up. So
Okay, but was she catching a ball while doing this? Because she's the wide receiver. So has she displayed the ability to catch a football?
Solid point. Man's got a point.
Now there's a difference between agility and just raw, like, you can do shit. You can scale a mountain, but that does not make you athletic to be able to play sports. Peter Parker, fucking nerd. He can't throw.
I mean, he's a web
Can he
slinger.
throw? He doesn't throw his web.
He kind of does. He kind of does.
He points his hand. He's going to point his hand.
Yeah.
And the ball,
but he also uses physics to determine where he needs to point it to get the perfect
mean
arc.
He can throw. Show me 100 nerds break down the physics of throwing a ball and then pick up a ball and throw it.
Well, in Amazing Spider-Man, once Andrew Garfield got the spider powers, he could fucking dunk, and he shattered the backboard.
Are we playing basketball?
I'm just using an example for the spider
throw
powers.
The ball? Now, number one, he was able to dunk the ball, which means he can hold the ball, which he can palm the ball. He can palm the ball. If anything, Spider-Man should have been your wide receiver. That's Jerry Rice hands. You're making the guy with web hands throw the ball, not catch the ball.
I'm willing to
you're
give
counting on luck every time. So she needs not only luck to be in her favor to catch the ball, because she can't catch. She has to have the luck. Peter Parker can actually get the ball to her. And then she has to have the luck that my guy doesn't intercept, or that they don't tackle her and she fumbles. Because now, not only does she get to catch the ball, she gets to catch the ball, come down with 2 feet in bounds, and make a football move before getting fucking speared and the ball knocked out of her hands. Now, if she's made a football move and is speared as the ball goes flying out of her hands, it's a fumble. But if she's lucky, it's an incomplete catch, but then you still don't get no yards, you lost it down. That could be 4th down. Now, bam, now it's 5 ball. Which brings me to ball control, time management. the last person with the ball in football will most likely win if the situation is right. So you can score all you want. I just need to match you and hold the ball. So you need to stop me from getting first downs. Not even scoring. You have to stop first down. I can juggernaut you all the way down, old school style, and just wear the clock down. Now you, if you stop me from getting first downs, that kind of hurts my thing a little bit. But then that's why I got the quarterback sneak when you're double teaming guys you shouldn't. And then I got Black Panther, who's just hot. He's on fire. Black Panther is like any given Sunday with Jamie Foxx.
He's #1 draft pick right now.
That's what I'm saying. So you can get lucky and hope you stop him, but you probably won't. So
what you're saying is Black Panther being black is more of a benefit than Domino being lucky.
Yes. And hot. He's just hot.
He's hot.
What's hotter than fucking...
See him with his damn shirt off?
So
Juggalo John in the chat is asking, how do you combat the speedster? Makari.
He still needs to... Peter Parker still needs to get the pass to him. He can be as fast as he wants.
Technically,
he doesn't have the ball.
Technically, it's Ben Reilly who is a clone of Peter Parker. So, but it's not Peter Parker.
Ben Reilly's seen some shit.
But has he thrown a fucking football?
I feel like the spider powers heighten all of your senses. And
yes, it heightens the senses. And I'm not saying he can't throw the ball far. But what I'm saying is it doesn't make him a fucking football quarterback superstar by default just because he's got the power. That's what I'm saying. Is you guys show me some type of football athleticism, some throwing ability.
I'm just saying I don't necessarily agree with your idea that he's just some fucking nerd who's got spider powers now. I'm saying the spider powers are going to benefit him in a football game a little bit at the very least.
I'm not saying they're not. But what I'm saying is you can be benefited a little bit and throw the ball 70 yards, but if you keep throwing it in the fucking stands, it don't matter. Okay, so
what do you got?
And
Makari.
I count Spider-Man. Hold on. Okay.
Good radio.
Can't throw for shit. Nerd. hit that one. Based on luck. Doesn't mean shit. And it's not basketball. It's not run and gun. Just because I score, it doesn't necessarily mean you get the ball back. I can onside kick it, and you're not going to expect it because you're going to think Bullseye's lazy. Maybe he plays possum. Maybe he plays possum the first play of the game, and he's just disinterested, and he looks so fucking pissed. And I'm kicking the ball off to you, but I onside kick it. I recover. I score the first touchdown. Or I just fucking hold the ball the whole goddamn game and just keep getting first downs. You never touched the fucking pigskin. That's what I'm saying. So, what were you going back? Valkyrie, Mercury, Macaroni?
Macari. Yeah. Makari.
And what was Makari?
He's
Sushi?
A speedster, and he's
one of the
Eternals.
A real fast boy.
Right. So didn't he say he wasn't on Earth? He's not of Earth? How you going to tackle if you're not on Earth? You can't go. You're not here. You're not fucking here. You're out in the tournament. Your head's... You want to talk about head not in the game. That head is way out of the game. I don't know. But what is he going to do? Who was he? He was his running back?
Yeah, I would assume he's his running back or his wide out.
Well,
Something like
I'm pretty sure I thought he said Domino was the wideout.
Well,
Oh,
I
he
mean,
did
it's
say Domino was the wide.
it's a 3-man team, so you gotta have some diversity in there. You gotta.
Well, yeah, but you have to have you line up quarterback, wide receiver, running back. Now the running back can option and line up as a wide receiver, but by default position, I think it's got to be starting one running back, one quarterback, one wide receiver. But your running back can still catch the ball. That's a plus. There's running backs that get only known for the running, but some's got good hands, which is why I don't see why you didn't make Peter Parker your ball catcher.
That is probably your best point because of the sticky fingers.
Now, what if he gets nervous and he oversticks and he doesn't throw the ball, and then he gets sacked
by the Juggernaut?
Old pasty rhino, fucking just spear.
All right. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So and again, the Sweetser is his running back, so he can get the ball and run the touchdown before I catch him. But then it's back to my fault.
All right, solid.
And then if my whole game is clock management, game control, and his whole strategy is based on my quarterback not playing up to his abilities because he's bored and disinterested in the game at hand. But I put that shit up as fuel for the fire. That shit's on the corkboard. We saw that shit before we came out on the field.
On the corkboard.
I do think if the matchup is just kind of one team grinding on the other for, the entire game, then Jose's team is going to last longer than Travis's team. I feel just based on Juggernaut. If you have
Juggernaut,
to go, if you have to go 4 quarters,
he's the bus, baby.
If you have to go 4 quarters against Juggernaut, you're gonna have a bad time.
It's gonna be rough.
Bullseye is like that's the thing too is that that story that Travis told us about Bullseye and the baseball. Yeah, read that. That's great, but that boredom set in after
seasons,
a streak of being on the top.
Yeah.
The man's not going to be bored on game number 1.
Yeah, he needs to get on top before he gets bored.
He's not going to be bored.
Or
in
the
any of
murder
these
incentive
games.
Was also good. That's all.
Bounty system, baby. We'll pay the penalties. I'll pay the fine. That shit's got nothing to do with in the game. And it's not even happening during the playoffs. That shit's after we're holding the championship.
Yeah, Ben's spider sense, the spider sense tells you of danger. It doesn't necessarily tell you precognition where the ball's gonna go.
And let me give you a hint. Let me give you a glimpse into his spider sense mind. Oh shit, Juggernaut. Oh shit,
I feel like Domino. Again, Domino's power does not work with a 100% efficiency. So it's gonna be a problem, but it's not gonna be a never-ending onslaught of fucking fumbles and missed throws.
I would be willing to give Domino the benefit of the doubt that she catches 100% of the passes thrown to her.
Oh fuck off.
But once she gets
on what merit? On what premise?
Just based.
What kind of ball share are we talking? Are we talking she's going to catch 100% of 20 passes? Are we talking she has a baller, just outstanding reception game? Is that what we're saying?
Let me finish.
Otherwise, if she's catching 5-yard dinks, it don't mean shit.
Let me finish my point. I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt that she catches 100% of the passes thrown to her. What she does after she catches that pass, that's another story altogether. And going up against Juggernaut, Bullseye, and Black Panther, even as a superhero, even as a member of X-Force, you caught the ball, now you got to run it down to the end zone.
I got to say that the only X factor for me, I feel like Jose had solid logic. Travis put a lot of thought into it as well, obviously. But banking on Bullseye being bored, banking on the spider sense to like precog shit, and Domino just wrecking shit with her luck power. I don't dig that. The X factor is this Macri character who I admittedly don't know a whole lot about.
But when going to Wikipedia about Macari, whatever the fuck,
Macaroni.
Like a speedster, yeah, but a speedster that whose body eventually accumulates fatigue poisons and is susceptible to injury.
Oh, and we're playing football? You're running back? You're the Arian Foster. Awesome when you're in the game. But guess what? Pulled hamstring. Didn't stretch enough because you didn't take Bullseye serious.
Yeah, I got to go with Jose.
Yeah.
Like the way Travis described it, I thought Macari was something more than just a speedster. But
well, he's an Eternal, so like,
what the fuck does that mean to me?
That means the Celestials made him back in the long. It's some weird Kirby
means he's
shit.
above this fucking mundane game of football that I see getting hurt.
That's the thing. If you can say that Bullseye is going to get bored, what the fuck does Macri give a shit about football?
Yeah.
Like what's an Eternal doing playing football? That's
and his idea of football. They kick it, and it's called soccer because he's a speedster and he loves using his feet. He's a soccer fan. He said, "Oh, this football."
Let's put it to the chat as well. We've got Juan has a vote for Travis due to Jose fucking him on Tom Petty versus 50 Cent a few years ago on 11th Hour March Madness.
Oh, so that right there shows he knows I won. But to fuck me, he's going again.
Juggalo John says he feels Jose is the stronger team. The Bullseye being bored argument is meh. And he also says the my guys are better at football is a poor argument for all the people on both teams. Anybody else in the chat want to weigh in on their vote? Because that's one for Jose, one for Travis, and then Kelly and Lee are both leaning towards Jose.
Yeah.
I think Jose takes it.
There you go.
Just
Jose moves on to round 2.
I will also vote for Jose. So remember that, Jose.
None of that horse shit. No payola here.
Hey, it's all about the argument. I just want to hear it out. I want to weigh the options, and I'm going to give the best vote I can. But this is like asking child my face.
It wasn't your best argument you've ever given on the podcast, whether it be basketball or Gandalf or football, but it was no offense, Travis, but it took him 3 voicemails to get through it, and it didn't grab any of us. There weren't any points that made us really go, yeah, there we go. That's a winner right there.
But not terrible. Good, well thought out.
It was a good game.
Just
applause.
Yeah, great. So I think that means that Jose, the Trace Asterix, will be taking on Zero's Avengers Tackle in the next round.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's gonna be Vision, Iron Man, and Quicksilver. So yeah. All right. It's fucking going down. Let me tell you something about rogues on rogues on rogues.
Tell me something. You mean rogues on rouges?
Yes, on rouges. Yes, exactly. I'll smell a bitch does say rouges. You know what? Fuck it. I like it. We're gonna go rouges. All right. You got yourself Eobard-Thon, the Reverse Flash, which, yeah, you got the Flash on your team. That's no bullshit. Great. But Reverse Flash killed his fucking mom. Killed Flash's mom. So there's going to be that whole thing. And so then you got Bruce Wayne with his fucking orphaned ass. So you got this evil, flashy dickweed running around talking about, you know what else would be really great? If your dad was here to watch this. That's not going to be a thing they can do. So he gets a mind game going on. Plus, he's a fucking genius. He's a master strategist. the ultimate play caller. He can create speed mirages of himself. So you got one reverse flash, but it looks like you got 12. So you don't know who's got the ball. So you give the ball, he's running that ball, and you don't know which one it is. It could be any one of the numerous speed mirages.
It's true. Kind of like the Hall of Mirrors in Enter the Dragon.
Exactly. And so you're gonna, you know which one he is. You're gonna get close. Don't worry, he's gone intangible. Don't worry about it. You're gonna run right through his ass. It's fine. So he's running that bitch at the end zone every single time. But maybe you don't want to run. Maybe you want to power through. And that's where you got motherfucking King Shark. I don't know if you know this or not, but he's a shark. He's a shark with legs, which is the scariest thing anyone has ever seen in the world, because sharks are soulless killing machines, and this guy runs around the fucking land. Strong. He's dumb as shit, but that's fine. His one goal is to go that way. Your goal is to go that way, you big dumb son of a bitch. That's it. And who's going to help get you there? Captain Boomerang. That's right. Digger fucking Harkness. Going to be out there throwing shit. So not only is he a master marksman with pinpoint accuracy with this motherfucker, he can throw a ball, Jose. Hope you're paying attention.
Can he? Or can he throw a boomerang?
He can throw anything. He can throw a fucking baby across the goddamn field we had to. But I'm glad you mentioned the boomerangs, because as per the rules,
sure,
anything they normally have on them, they've got. So this motherfucker's got a coat full of bullshit trick boomerangs. You want some smoke screen boomerangs? He got you. You want some sticky tag boomerangs? He got you. You want some fucking stink bomb boomerangs? He got you there too. Do you want a fucking jock itch boomerang? He got you.
Jock itch ain't no joke.
It's going to be a real problem when suddenly, Bruce Wayne is trying to fucking make a call, and whew, boomerang goes by, and now his balls are itchy.
I mean, he's wearing that suit a lot, so I think his balls are already itching.
Touche.
Well, yeah, but it's his. He's throwing his flavor.
Fair point. I will concede itchy balls to Batman. Touche.
I like it. Is that? Are you
done? So Captain Boomerang is your quarterback.
Captain Boomerang is the quarterback.
Fish is your running back.
Fish.
Big Fish.
I'm sorry, King Shark. Excuse me, my lord.
Yeah, and Reverse Flash is the entire fucking offensive line, because you never know where he is. He could be playing all the positions at one time.
I do like that. That you got me on that one. So, what else?
So, Green Lantern's going to be throwing up some bullshit constructs, and that's fine.
Yep.
You're going to fucking throw up a net to catch Reverse Flash. Nothing, just run through that shit. Now, best case scenario, you might you may be catching King Shark in your fucking tuna nets. I'll give you that.
How legal is the use of the ring?
Well, he's allowed to use it. He's allowed to use it, but he's not allowed to break any football rules. So, holding would be against the rules.
Well, wouldn't that be a net, though?
Yeah, I mean, Lee said a net. I didn't say a fucking net.
Well, I'm just trying to see how the ring's being used. That's all I'm asking.
So yeah, go. That's
I want to know what Lee's expecting, so that I can hear what you're.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's gonna be some fuckery with the ring, and I expect nothing less. You don't fucking bring the ring and not use it. I get it. That's fine. But also, not for nothing, Reverse Flash, all kinds of yellow. Fuck your Green Lantern ring with your fucking aversion to yellow. That's a horrible design flaw, is all I'm saying.
Is that still the case with, I thought that yellow...
Yeah, no, the yellow impurity's gone.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we ran it...
ruling on that.
I get the ruling that's the yellow impurity's gone.
Okay. We ran
I
into
did
this.
like that. I like that.
I don't know whose goddamn authority, but okay.
Jeff Johns.
We talked about this in the basketball tournament because there was
but it didn't benefit me then.
He said it didn't matter then. It matters now.
I give a shit. I wasn't in that game. I wasn't in that one. Yeah. So, yeah, no. I think that with the psychological factor a Reverse Flash on
I do like
especially the
that.
Flash. But even the Batman, because Reverse Flash knows all this shit. He's from the future. He knows where the fuck Bruce Wayne is. It's fine. So he can see ahead. He can he's manipulating everything. He's seen this game before. He's seen it 100. He's played this game before 100 times.
No, that's time travel. You can't use that. You cannot go into you cannot go into the future and see this game play out and then come back.
But here's the question: if he's from the future, did this game already happen?
Exactly.
And then he came back, and then it happened.
The motherfucker is a walking paradox. It's
Now, yes, he cannot go into the future and see the game, but has this game happened in the future before he came back?
Time travel, whether it be he's coming,
yeah, but he had the time travel. He's in the game.
Whether if he's from the future and he's coming to the present to play this game, or
but
whether
he's not coming to play this game. He came from the future.
Okay,
Isn't that like his character's thing?
Okay. He came from the future.
He's already came from the future. That's how he's here.
Whether he came from the future or he time traveled, that is using the benefit of time travel to benefit the team.
I'll allow it.
He didn't time travel to play the game.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you that one. But they don't do shit for fucking intangibility,
because I mean,
or electrokinesis, whatever the fuck that is. I'm just powering on Wikipedia now.
Barry has the electrokinesis. He's got the intangibility where he can phase through shit.
Sure.
And if we're gonna mince words, Barry Allen can also time travel. So, he's probably been to the future at some point and might have seen a newspaper or a fucking sports almanac about this game. So if we're going to mince words, All right.
Yeah. It's fucked up that they ended up being that close to on the first goddamn round. It's fucked up.
All right. I need to set the mood. All right, so leading the Gotham Rogues onto the field is none other than Bruce Wayne as Batman. He's an immeasurably skilled tactician, finely tuned athletic masterpiece. Batman at quarterback is as if Joe Montana had his parents murdered at a young age and decided to take up ninjutsu and justice as hobbies. Batman as the player coach can lead, he can strategize, and he can counteract the opposing team with ease, devising a contingency plan for every member of the Rogues on both sides of the ball. Not only does he walk onto the gridiron with his entire utility belt, including grapnel gun and smoke bombs, but he can throw the ball with the precision accuracy of a batarang. Batman rounds out his squad with fellow Justice Leaguers Barry Allen and John Stewart. Thanks to his super speed, the Flash is perfect as wide receiver and defensive back, while Green Lantern John Stewart, utilizing constructs from his power ring, is a one-man offensive-defensive line, while also serving as the running option for Batman. So just imagine Walter Payton had a power ring. In regards to matchup, King Shark is a giant mindless animal. All Batman has to do is put a drop of O positive in his water bottle, and he'll bite a referee in half, getting himself ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct. He's an insane killing machine. He's not going to follow the rules of a simple game. Captain Boomerang is basically Batman if you take away the leadership, conditioning, strategy, agility, and just left him with some batarangs. The X factor on Lee's team, I admit, is Reverse Flash. He matches up against Barry Allen really great, and in some cases exceeds Barry's power set. He can create the speed mirages, like Lee said. He can alter an opponent's age and also negate the speed force. So I looked at that matchup, and I was kind of like, oh, fuck. And also, Barry's got inexperience on his side. Zoom's been doing this for fucking eons, because he's from the future. So on paper, Reverse Flash gets a slight edge. That's until Batman sits Flash down and draws a game plan to avoid Reverse Flash's heightened abilities, instead using them to their team's advantage. But all this is moot when you consider Reverse Flash's one weakness. Do you know what his one weakness is, Lee?
What is this one weakness?
He's criminally fucking insane.
He's a goddamn genius.
Criminal.
How many football players are criminally insane?
Oh, well, let me get to that. Criminal insanity doesn't go well with a team sport featuring a lot of precise rules. The weakness would be exploited by Batman's game plan, causing the rogues to rack up penalty yards and give up turnovers. Reverse Flash, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang are all skilled and talented in their own ways, but they are also criminals. It would be like building a team around O.J. Simpson, Aaron Hernandez, and Ray Lewis. Sure.
God damn, son.
They're gifted athletes.
But that's kind of a good team.
They're gifted athletes, but someone is getting murdered.
That's a good team, though.
It's a good team, but...
That's a fucking dangerous team.
It's a good team, but they're going to find a bloody knife in OJ's bag. At some point.
Field.
Yeah.
Batman's the goddamn sociopath. So we're talking about fucking mental disorders.
When we've got the world's greatest detective on the other side of the field, yeah, he's gonna let OJ's bloody knife in his bag go unnoticed.
Well, when I'm talking about fucking keen detection, we're talking about planning and strategizing.
And
okay.
Wait.
Batman's the fucking king of that.
Yeah, but if he murdered, why would he bring it to the game? Are you saying Batman planted it?
I think you said Batman's planning that.
I was talking. This was a hypothetical about OJ.
But the other question is why is he in the locker room?
We'll talk about.
I got questions.
It doesn't matter what happens before or after the game, right?
Yo, it does.
You got a bunch of.
You can't go into. You still have to abide by the
Football
rules of the game, and the rules are you don't just go into the other player's locker room before a game.
Is that
the
rules?
It's not your locker room. Yeah, you don't do that.
Is that in the football rules?
If it's not a rule, it's definitely frowned upon.
Well,
yeah.
Then Batman won't go into their locker room.
Killer Shark, King Shark, is staying the fuck out of your locker room. Is all I'm saying, because he respects the boundaries.
I mean,
and you can say that Batman wants to sit down and fucking hammer out a plan with Flash all you want, and that's all fine and well. Know who's good at plans? Reverse Flash. He got so tired of Flash getting one up on him, he made the genius plan to go back in time and kill his fucking mom.
And you know what?
I got a plan, motherfucker.
That is a great point. But Barry Allen and Reverse Flash have gone up against one another a lot of times, and Reverse Flash killed Barry's mom before that, and he's able to get over that in a few of their run-ins that they've had. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but on the field, trash talking. He's gonna
exactly. Nothing better than that.
As if Reverse Flash doesn't trash talking about killing his mom when they're battling in Central City.
Different. No. This is football trash talk. It's not about killing. It's about what he did to his mom before he killed her.
Well, if what you're saying,
got dark.
If what you're saying is
but that's the whole. That's the game plan.
Is that the whole? If that's Lee's whole game plan, then
no,
I await.
I'm not speaking for his whole game plan. But what I'm saying is that is factored in with the two Flashes going at each other.
It is by no means.
It's not the game plan. I'm not saying his game plan. Don't put those words in my mouth. I'm just saying it was brought up already that's he's gonna do it.
The mind games are there for both of them. Now King Shark is impervious to mind games.
And he's a simpleton.
He's simple, right?
Which way would you run, boss?
Yeah, that's it. What he's gonna run. That's all you got to do. So Batman can't even plan for that shit because all he's got to do is say to go that way. Now, you throw some fucking the blood in the water. That's pretty smart. That's no bullshit. That's pretty good. That's a pretty Batman move.
And as they're playing, there's probably going to be cuts and scrapes here and there, and King Shark's going to be like a crackhead.
What, you
Oh man, if
razor it?
only Snowflame was
like a
If only we could get a Snowflame in as an alternate.
It's contact.
Terry, are you Terry Funkin on the field?
It's contact football. There's going to be cuts and scrapes. It happens.
It happens.
Mhm.
I'll give you that. But see, if anything, I think
if I find out there's been blading on this field,
if anything, I feel like that is an advantage for my team, and that puts the Gotham Rogues on edge. Like nobody wants I'm trying to.
They don't want to lose the first blood match.
Yeah.
You're trying to execute plays in the back of your mind. Like, oh shit, I better keep my shit together because if I fuck up here, King Shark will go ape shit and he'll come after me next.
King Shark.
I gotta keep it going.
If there's blood on the field, King Shark isn't waiting for the ball to be hiked. He's going off sides every play.
But but the Gotham Rogues are all expecting that. They got to be. They can't ever fully focus on what's going on for fear of the King Shark X factor and an army of fucking speed mirages.
Oh, they're going to be prepared for all of that. Batman has a contingency plan for every member of the Justice League, so he could take them out anytime that they start.
You're
to
right.
fuck
Yeah,
around.
it was a big deal to take out fucking Hawkman. Yeah, that's really good.
Oh man, Hawkman fucking sucks, you guys.
Way to dig deep in the well there, Batman. But we're talking about a dimension spanning.
You know how Batman gets rid of Hawkman? He cancels his book again.
He hides his mace.
That's all I got now. What's it?
the rapper.
Yes,
he hides his favorite album.
And might I reiterate, my team is a team. They have been on a team. They are teammates. Lee's team is a bunch of fucking scrub-ass villains.
King Shark and Captain Boomerang served together on the Suicide Squad for a number of years.
Scrub-ass villains.
They have been on the Suicide Squad for a number of years together.
And I
They have
didn't
also, at some point or another, worked with Eobard Thawne to fucking fight the Flash.
tell me.
Those rogues are all super tight, man.
Point me to somewhere on the internet where it says that Captain Boomerang can throw something other than a boomerang.
He's a goddamn expert marksman, motherfucker.
He is expert with boomerangs.
Oh, not like Batman.
He's not Bullseye. He's not Hawkeye. He's Captain Boomerang.
If I will say this though, if I were to believe who could throw me the tightest spiral, I'd probably say Batman.
Yeah, right?
If you say
because part
Batman makes him the great quarterback, then Captain Boomerang sure the fuck is.
Batman, because Captain America was already taken by the time I started building my teams. The closest person I could find that was a team leader and a natural fucking finely tuned athlete was Batman.
If this was rugby, I would give the edge to Captain Boomerang. But I feel that as like a billionaire playboy who's built like that, he would have to mask it with some type of sports athleticism.
Sure.
To why are you so fucking jacked your whole life? I could see if you told me that Captain Boomerang and Bruce Wayne both went to a college and that one of them played football, I would say Batman played football. He's probably quarterback.
Yeah, but fucking quarterbacks aren't supposed to be jacked.
No, but what I'm saying is even though he can throw boomerang, we're not voting yet. Are we voting? What are we doing?
Let's vote.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
let's vote. Go for it.
Okay.
Final thoughts.
I give quarterback edge to Batman. Pretty much for what I said. I would think if anybody would take this serious and can throw a tight spiral, it would be Batman over Captain Boomerang. Now, I do agree that Reverse Flash completely takes the Flash out of the game. The Flash is probably a non-factor because I think he would just push him to the brink of probably cry. So
no, he would cry.
That edge, I think the two Flashes kind of take each other out, but I do see the continual penalties building up, and I think that's going to hurt Lee's team. Is I could see. Oh no, that goes against. Ooh, never mind. Okay, I take that back. But yes, but the penalties might offset because if the Flash gets all pissy-washy, he could horse collar or tackle out of bounds or do something stupid. So I think some of those yards Lee's gonna get back with that matchup. Now
you say he's gonna turn him into a horse?
Yeah, I feel like we're taking for granted that Flash is gonna become emotionally unstable during this game because Reverse Flash was talking about his mom.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if anyone could break
a real dick.
If anyone could break
I mean, Barry Allen did eventually snap his neck in a fit of rage.
Exactly. So he's going to commit some penalties. So I think the penalties, they're going to be close. But I do think...
But who's being turned into a horse?
No, a horse collar. It's where
What's that? What are those?
Okay,
what does that mean?
A horse collar is a tackle that's been made illegal because this tackle kept causing... If the defensive player is running from behind and grabs you in the back of your collar and pulls you backwards and tackles you that way,
and makes you go nay.
Well, it makes you break all your fucking legs.
All
four of them. All four of them because you're a horse now.
We're gonna have to shoot him.
So now that Lee's Flash cancels out Rogue's Flash, but because they're all DC villains and they've all been Suicide Squad, Batman's got he knows what they're gonna do before they do it. Like, there's no way he doesn't have down pat exactly how to handle that group of knuckleheads.
Bullshit.
I would even say that Batman has Barry prepared for Reverse Flash's shit talk.
And if you were to tell me out of these 6 players, which 2 probably came to the game from the strip club and drunk, I'd say King Shark and Captain Boomerang. They probably stayed out there.
Drinking beers.
Now, Bruce Wayne, Batman, he's taken down Killer Croc how many times? What's a King Shark?
Man, talking about Killer Shark. Go fuck himself.
He's another nut.
If we were talking like wing eating contest, I would put King Shark on my team. But in a football game, those teeth are useless.
Oh man, I know what we're doing next year.
Wing eating contest.
So I gotta give this one to the Rogues because I feel it's 2 against 1. In favor of the Rogues.
Be more specific, because both of our teams are called the Rogues.
No. I gotta go with the Gotham because I think Batman neutralizes almost that whole team. I think Batman just lets Reverse Flash fuck with the Flash all game. It just counts that as like a dead play. He's gonna throw.
Yeah.
He's just going to figure it out.
Who is the other guy on Knize's team that we've never mentioned?
John Green Stewart, Lantern. The black guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Can he play football
though? Come on, Jose.
You would have been better off.
Now here's my other question: is what is he doing with the ring?
Like I said, he's creating basically the entire offensive line with the ring, whether it's moving.
Yeah, you can't create an offensive line that holds tackles. That's cheap.
No, they wouldn't hold.
But the constructs. Okay, but what I'm saying is constructs as an offensive line doesn't matter. You can't. Those constructs can't touch another player. They can't even be out. Ooh.
Oh,
now here we go. Here we go. This also negates one of Lee's Flash moments, and it completely negates the offensive line. It's 3-on-3. Any more players than 3 is too many men on the field. It's automatic penalty.
Well, it's still just him.
It's a mirage.
Yeah, but just one of them is the real one. You got to figure out which one.
It's an optical illusion.
Okay, but once 2 or more can touch a player, then it's too many men on the field, right? Can one person beat 2 people at the same time and physically touch another player? Is what I meant.
I mean, that really doesn't apply here.
Well, it does if Reverse Flash is like 12 people.
Yeah, but it's
But,
not.
okay,
It's
so-
not
so what
12
I'm saying
people.
is-
It's just an optical illusion of 12 people.
Okay.
Yeah, only one of them is real.
Right.
Well, the offensive line construct can't touch him then, right?
Why not?
Because you can't construct more players. Now you got
Because
No,
at
it's
that
not-
point, isn't it just holding?
It's
them?
not a player. Say, like my arguments from basketball about Invisible Woman creating pylons. It's a wall.
Well, but I'm
he
saying,
creates.
you said
he-
offensive line.
Yeah. I didn't mean players. I meant he's
that's what I
holding.
meant.
He's
That's
holding the
what I
line. Like there's a giant green fucking wall blocking anyone from getting through to the quarterback.
Okay.
All right, what you got? So Knize, Jose?
Yeah, I just think that with that group of DC villains, Batman can ruffle their feathers and fucking offsides all day. I just see too many hot head plays.
That's right. Bitching at each other.
If you say so.
Kelly, what you got?
I think the weak point on Leah's team is King Shark.
Yes.
If that had been a stronger player, I would have sided with him probably.
He's just brute strength, really,
Yeah, I gotta go with Knize.
and a simple mind. And then in the chat,
It's like Water Boy.
Mel says player for player Knize. If the flashes cancel each other out, Batman will run over Captain Boomerang for a QB sneak. Juan votes for me. John says he's torn. He says Batman and Boomerang and Flash and Reverse Flash cancel each other out. But he feels King Shark can't hold a candle to Green Lantern. Lee needs to tell me what King Shark is doing.
King Shark is the goddamn wild card.
Well, even with John, you can't make up the numbers. Sorry, Lee.
That's okay.
And are you just hoping the Black Green Lantern's good at sports?
Come on.
Mahoney fucking.
Are you just hoping?
It's a valid question.
Are you just hoping Black Panther's good at sports?
He is.
What
He's
sports?
the baller of a country.
Well, Green Lantern's the baller of the fucking lantern.
All he has to do is catch. Kitties catch.
And Green Lantern can make a giant baseball glove
We're playing football. What does a baseball glove have to do?
to
with it?
catch a football.
That's
a
wrong
baseball.
sport. That's a penalty.
Yeah, you can't fucking bust out a baseball glove and catch a football.
What? There's no.
No,
Okay.
that's
I
fucking
don't see
NFL
why not.
rules.
I mean, like, not for nothing, but I don't see why not.
That's NFL rules.
It's
Yeah.
a construct. It's part of his ring.
You
Was he gonna
tell
start
me-
playing with a soccer ball?
Maybe.
Yeah, but no, you can't mix sports. That's against football rules. You got to come up with a different. I'm not saying you can't use the ring, but what I'm saying is you can't use the ring to break the rules.
Your concepts
Okay.
keep sounding like penalties.
Okay,
Knize.
If an
giant,
NFL player
a
took a
giant.
baseball glove, put it on, and cut a touchdown, it's a penalty.
Okay, a giant hand.
Now we're talking.
All right, that's cool.
I'm just saying. Like, if you're going to use the ring, you can't use the ring to cheat. Because then, if that's your game plan is to cheat, you're going to fucking lose.
But it's not cheating because it's a construct
It's
from his
cheating
ring.
if you make it a glove.
No, because
Yeah.
he's allowed to use the ring because he has the ring on him, and whatever
Right,
he
but
can.
you can't turn a construct into a glove because that breaks the rules of football.
No.
If it's
I mean,
a-
at the very
if it's
least, he
hand-
looks like an ignorant fool for using a baseball glove.
If a glove breaks the rules, then any construct would break the rules.
All right, he said it.
Well, not if it doesn't break football rules.
Well, what is the rule that
Well, what are
says
you using
I
the ring
can't
to do?
I
That's
can't
what I'm
use a
saying.
Green Lantern ring to create a giant baseball glove.
You have to use proper equipment.
Exactly. So what I'm saying
It
is
was like tackling
He
dummies
is.
and shit.
He's using a Green
your,
Lantern
in
ring.
your next defense, you got to be football specific on how you're using the ring to beat the other team. You won this game. I'm not. Hats off. You won this game, but I'm watching.
Mel in the chat says semantics. And Gigolo John says, but boomerangs are okay?
He came to the field
Yeah,
with
but he's
them.
not hitting. No, the moment he hits somebody with the boomerang, yeah, that's illegal.
And
but if he's throwing the boomerang on the ground and creates a smoke bomb and runs, but he didn't throw it at the player.
If
He just-
John Stewart can walk on the field with his Green Lantern ring, anything he can make with that ring is fair game.
No.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No. It's not
So does
fair.
it mean I win or what?
No, you lost.
Okay.
You fucking lost, homie.
Okay.
I'm just saying you have to use the ring in football context that don't break the rules.
Okay, it's a giant hand. 2 giant hands wearing football gloves. And
Deal.
and they're the style gloves to where when you put your hands together like AJ Styles, it's got the Green Lantern logo.
See?
I
Now
like
we're
it.
talking. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. There you go. See? You
I
gotta
like
learn
this.
how to win within the rules.
There we go.
That's all I'm asking. Just play by the rules.
Okay. Well,
It's a gentleman's game.
it is 12:15. Do we want the news is all right, these are
I read comics too.
okay, these are the news stories real quick. This motherfucker named Bruce Wayne ate Chipotle for 500 days straight, and on the 500th day, he dressed up as Batman.
I don't know why I thought you were going to tell me he killed his parents.
I don't know why this motherfucker ate Chipotle for 500 days. I don't know. But
bizarre.
apparently Chipotle donated $4,260 to a cancer treatment center in honor of $10 per day that he ate.
I really picture this guy just going, all right, it's been a good ride, and then he pulls out a gun and blows his fucking brains out.
Shit.
Yeah, but
Those are a lot of things in that story that I don't understand how they're connected. But okay.
It's been fun, Chipotle. Bam!
We talked last week about Toys R Us was probably going to close, and yes, that is indeed happening. And then the other news that came out this week is KB Toy Stores is planning to make a comeback. Get the fuck
That's
out of
kinda
here.
nuts.
He
KB,
said now. Well, this is like when what's her name won when Ronda Rousey finally left. Misha Tate.
ha. But Toys R Us bought KB, and then like they
Sly
didn't.
dog.
They didn't.
Well, I think the thing is that there's
They didn't
someone
renew
else
their
has
rights.
bought. If they're
Right.
looking to buy the name back, or they have bought the name back, or something.
Toys R Us didn't keep the rights in active. You know,
Exactly.
but like, what
Oh, so
idiot?
They pulled a Daredevil on him.
What idiot says, "Oh, look, Toys R Us is closing. Let me open up a toy store."
Well, again, they're not failing because of like poor performance. Not really. Like,
I've been into Toys R Us a few times in the past year.
All that stuff comes down to the fact that every bit of money that they got that could have been profit got put back into paying off this crazy ass debt from this buyout they took on, which is stupid.
Thanks, Bain Capital.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So like,
Killed KB Toys. Then they took our Toys R Us.
right. So it's the same kind of shit that caused KB to close in the first place. So maybe they're looking to kind of not live the same mistakes again, I guess. So
I think it's interesting that
I think it'd be great. I mean, it's nice to see that somebody with some name brand recognition is coming in to maybe try to put some of that back. I mean, because like if nothing comes to fill that void, like it's gonna be a big problem for toys.
Yeah.
Like a company like NECA is probably pretty fucked.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. We talked about it last week that it's possibly going to happen that Toys R Us is going to close, and then like the next day they're like, "Yep, Toys R Us is closing."
Yep, it's over.
But then, like, the stores aren't immediately shutting down, and who knows when the last Toys R Us is going to shut down? Like, there's still a Kmart open, and Kmart shut down
no,
5
they're
fucking
shutting down
years
in
ago.
60 days.
Is that every Toys R Us?
Yes.
All right.
Damn. Oh, we should fucking drive and do some hood rat things.
Well,
in the
what
parking lot
I
last
said,
time.
what I said on Twitter is, you remember when Hostess went out of business and everybody was buying up all the fucking Twinkies, and then somebody swooped in and bought Hostess and re-released Twinkies. Like, the fact that Toys R Us is going out of business made everybody go like, "Oh shit, Toys R Us! I love Toys R Us!" And they've been going to Toys R Us, most of them to check out, see if there's closing sales. But people are getting very nostalgic about Toys R Us. I'm like, we should fucking GoFundMe to buy a Toys R Us.
Well, I think that's what's happening with the KB of it all.
Right.
So
we'll
see.
want to be the thing that rises up to fill that void.
Yeah. Which, great. I really hope that works out for them.
Like,
But they got to just stay the fuck out of malls.
Let's buy a Toys R Us, remodel it to look like the old 80s Toys R Us, fill half of it with new toys and half of it vintage toys like a fucking comic shop.
We should put a restaurant in there too.
Okay.
Skating rink.
And a Blockbuster Video.
All right.
Moving onward from that, Justice League is officially the lowest grossing DC EU movie.
That's so fucked up, you guys.
How fucked up is that?
Sounds about right.
It's not the worst one.
No.
And should have been the highest grossing.
Yeah, it's probably like the second best one.
I would say definitely. No, actually, you know what? I would have to see it again. I still love Man of Steel, despite no one else loving it. I know you like it.
I will defend Man of Steel.
I know you like it. I'm saying I was using hyperbole.
But even like Justice League being kind of okay, like the ill will that they garnered for years leading up to it, the fact that Justice League was passable didn't matter.
And the fact that it was just passable.
Yeah.
It's so
the best
amazing.
review is they didn't fuck it up as much as we thought they would. That's sad.
So, to recap, the movie with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman is getting fucking lapped by Black Panther.
To be fair, Avengers is getting lapped by Black Panther.
Touche.
Well,
Black Panther is going to be, or it might have already, it has become the highest grossing MCU movie of all time.
Any given Sunday, baby.
That's nuts. Good for everyone involved.
And then, and I'm sure this movie is going to happen on the heels of Justice League's success. Ava DuVernay is going to direct a New Gods movie for Warner Brothers.
Like,
I will.
Hope it happens.
And everyone listening to my voice, I will pay you $1 if this movie ever reaches theaters.
Oh shit! You're gonna have to pay $12.
That's why I said
like
$1.
This should matter.
Does that count downloads or live?
But it really doesn't matter.
Anyone who heard it.
There's no fucking way that one, let's say it does happen. There's no way it's going to be good.
I want it to be good.
I mean, it
You
could
don't
be.
know that.
It could be.
Okay,
Anything
Suicide
after Justice League.
Concept. Fuck, Justice League is an easy concept.
Well, yeah, but it's better than what we were getting. So what I'm saying is
Yeah, and it's being handled by incompetent people.
it's going in the right direction. So there is a chance that they could not fuck this up. This could be what Justice League should have been.
I think what this has going for it is that it could be its own thing. it doesn't have to tie in.
And I
the
think
other
they're going to
movies.
try and push it as its
Well,
own
maybe
thing,
that's
too.
the universe they're doing all these weird Jokers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if they're not gonna try to fucking be like, this is where Steppenwolf came from.
I mean, he'll probably be there.
That they can't fuck it up. But what I'm saying is after Justice League, that being the last DC movie, it's a step in the right direction.
I'd just say fuck it, fuck it all. Just do Mr. Miracle. Take the fucking King and Ms. George's Mr. Miracle, make the screenplay and go. Just make that. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
And then last story is Infinity War advanced ticket sales have broke the first day record within 6 hours of going on sale.
Jeez.
I bet a good time, Black
Watch
Panther.
that trailer,
Coming for that ass.
Oh, I'm not watching that trailer.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. No, I don't think I'm going
I wasn't
to.
going to. And then someone in one of my Facebook messages threw in like a GIF. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I have to watch
it. Yeah, I've
Looks
only seen
real good.
I've only seen images or GIFs of a few key scenes from it, but I don't need to see nothing else. I don't need to hear nothing. I don't need to see Tony Stark and fucking Star-Lord hamming it up together. I will see that when the movie comes out.
Yeah, no, I'm about to I'm gonna have to fucking mute Avengers in my fucking Google feed.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Every day there's some ridiculous fucking, like, I think it was Newsarama today was like, does Avengers Infinity War include a totally unpredictable cameo? I'm like, yeah, probably.
Hopefully it has like multiple unpredictable cameos.
I thought there's gonna be a shit ton of them. Like,
you guys, I'm really holding out hope that the Netflix characters get in there somewhere.
That'd be so great.
They keep downplaying it, and it makes me want it more.
It'd be cool.
That would be cool.
All right, well that's the news essentially. So you guys want to talk comics real quick? We went long this week. Thanks,
real fast.
Thanks, Travis.
Real fast.
Look, so the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
Not comics, but I did watch the first 2 episodes of Jessica Jones. It's real good.
I bet.
Real good.
Remember how back when those shows started and I watched all of Daredevil in a day?
Yeah.
I still haven't fucking finished Punisher.
And now I haven't even started Punisher.
Yeah, I haven't started Punisher
It's
either.
an embarrassment of riches. There's so much
Punisher's
stuff.
good.
Like, so much good stuff. Like, you can't keep up with it all. It's preposterous.
Well, and it doesn't help that Luke Cage was halfway shitty, Iron Fist was all the way shitty,
Defenders was
and
okay.
Defenders was kind of halfway shitty too.
It doesn't help.
I respect your opinion. But Jessica Jones is great. All right, what else happened here? Okay, so remember how at the beginning of this ridiculous Avengers No Surrender thing, I'm like, so there's this character they call Voyager that's like, oh, I was an Avenger the whole time and I'm back.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
She wasn't there?
She was there, but she wasn't there at the beginning. She is the Grandmaster's daughter. And he planted her there and allowed her to like manipulate memories and shit like that, so they thought she was there. So she's just there as a pawn in his game.
Oh.
It's a reveal that doesn't matter because there's no stakes, because there's no attachment to this character.
Yeah.
Really weird. I don't get that part of it. This is the same issue, though, this Avengers 684 that introduces the Immortal Hulk. So they bring back the Banner as a Hulk.
Yeah,
and
brother.
do kind of a cool thing. So like, yeah, the vibe is that this Immortal Hulk is going to be like a horror book. But they do a pretty cool thing at the beginning of this where they basically show all the times that Hulk and Banner have died, and kind of just prove that like he does always come back, like no matter what. And even at the end of the book, they say, yeah, here's the kind of keynote. Here's some references for what we're referring to. This is when these happened. This is when he died.
That's cool.
That was pretty cool. So Crazy Undead Hulk is kind of fun. I like that. the rest of it's kind of dumb. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But whatever. Doctor Strange 387 and Scarlet Spider 15, both Damnation tie-ins, are both pretty damn rad. I liked them up. I love that Ben Riley book anyway. But after, I think in the last issue of Damnation, he shows up armed to the fucking gills. This is like how he got armed to the gills and why. And it's pretty damn solid tie-in to what's already happening in his book. Pretty well crafted. And then Doctor Strange is concurrent with Damnation #2. So that it culminates with the big fight between the Midnight Suns and the Ghost Rider Doc Strange. And
that was a cool twist.
It was pretty good. And I was excited when it was like, I found that I like any chance where Loki and Doctor Strange are just shitty to one another. Like, I like that dynamic. And then for it to kind of help in a trick on top of it is just like kind of icing on the cake. That was pretty cool. I like the art on this too. I like a lot.
Yes, really cool.
Yeah, it's very unpolished and kind of weird looking. It's cool. I dig it.
I want to say the artist is the guy that years ago did Pride of Baghdad with Brian K. Vaughan.
You might be right. You might be right about that. Yeah. And last one I'll talk about real quick is Vampironica #1, which is a book set in Riverdale where Veronica turns into a vampire. Really puts it all on Front Street, and it is as goofy as it should be. Done by the team of Greg and Meg Smallwood. So you got the really great Greg Smallwood art. He wrote it with, I'm assuming, his wife. Could be a sister. Could be a coincidental last name sharing. I doubt that last part, though. Fucking one of Hiram Lodge's business associates turns Veronica into a vampire. And is probably going to do the same thing to Reggie in a minute. It's fine. It's silly. These Archie horror books are fun, silly, good times. It's like, hey, if Jughead can be a werewolf, Veronica can be a vampire. What do you want from me? Yeah, that's all I got. What's up, Kelly?
I finished that big-ass Commandy omnibus, and that was really good. As I kept reading it, it's kind of been climbing up the ranks of my favorite DC Kirby stuff.
Okay.
One thing I really like about it is that you're never quite clear if it takes place in the DC universe or if it takes place in our world. Because at one point, he finds a Superman costume that, like, these gorillas are worshipping and saying, the hero will eventually come back. But what makes it weird is it looks like George Reeves' costume from the old TV show.
Huh.
So, was it Superman's costume, or was it just the costume that they wore for the TV show? And this really takes place in our world.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was a cool little thing a nice little touch. And I also like that there's one story where fish keep people in a dome undersea. Watch them as pets. And then there was a dolphin that took a liking to Commandy. And boy, if it had been a real dolphin, that dolphin would have had its way with him.
I feel like
because that's what dolphins do. They're awful rapists.
I feel like Commandy and Makari would be friends. I saw Travis's lineup and I was like, Makari, the last boy?
Yeah, right?
I'm trying to think if I read anything else of note, but nothing really pops up.
You know what you read? That I know you read?
What I read?
The fucking fight announcement for Matt Riddle versus James Ellsworth.
Yes, I did. These video announcements for George Neal's Spring Break 2 are incredible.
They're great. They're really good. I'm jealous.
Who are you jealous of?
I'm jealous of the dudes that make those.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're gonna go see that show.
It's good stuff.
All right, Jose, you said you read some comics.
I did. I finished Volume 1 of Vision. And
Oh, there you go.
I'm digging it. Shit just... It's dark. It's weird. Some of the issues are kind of... Just a lot of story, but it's building up to this just dark...
Everything builds. It's like boiling water.
Yeah, but I'm really digging it. So I'll get more into it when I'm done with the second. I'm about to start the second one. But so far, so good. It's a good recommendation. I dig in that one. And then after that, I'm hitting that Batman. Reading y'all.
Oh, you got anything else?
Nothing from me.
You got anything nice?
No, nothing from me.
Well, then let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It was a long one, but that's all right. I mean, look, the football ones are going to be long, guys.
Yeah, could you imagine if we tried to do more than 2 matches per show?
Hell no, definitely not.
I tell you what, these get me sweaty, man.
Yeah.
Fighting for my damn life.
And defend your team. You got the argument's got to be right.
Yeah. I'm a finely tuned athlete. What's so funny, Lee?
Something else. I was looking at my Twitter. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Daniel Bryan's wrestling again. Be okay. All right, man. That's it. We'll come back next week. Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's back, and Finn Balor's got a sweet hog.
There's no reason we won't be here. Look at the calendar. Yeah, we're good. We're good for a while, which is awesome. So, fucking A. I'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Check out the population group on Facebook or at zinc.org/sports. Keep an eye out and see when your match is coming up. Hang out with us live to cash your vote in, or if your match is coming up, Knize is right. If your match is coming up and you want to talk about it,
so you can defend your fucking team live.
Yeah. Don't let us fill in the blanks for you.
Yeah, being able to live argue somebody else's team gives you the edge.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if I'd emailed this shit in, I probably would have won.
Maybe.
So yeah, fucking A. That's great. Good times. And now I get to just kind of sit back and relax, and all the pressure's off of me. See, so really, who lost is all I'm saying.
Well, no, you still got another. Me and you are going up again in Marvel.
Oh shit, that's right. That's okay, because my Marvel team is unfuckwithable. In fact, never mind.
Oh shit, we never did. Well, I kind of beat you pretty handily, Lee, so we didn't have to go to Mahoney for a tiebreaker.
No, it's okay. I put it down on my column. Don't worry, it's there. Don't worry about it. See ya. That's it. That's all we got, man. So yeah, for Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, and Kelly Harris, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Love everybody, except for you. You know who you are. All right, bye.
wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo!